Hello all, welcome to study 44 of the Solving Studies to Improve Chess Calculation series. Uh, this position comes from Abram Gurvich. He composed this chess study. He composed around 100 total. He was a Russian chess composer born in Baku, current day Azerbaijan. He also was a literature and theater reviewer. So let's dive into this one. It's white to play and draw. So, as always, if you haven't watched the guide to know how to extract the best from the practice, and after the countdown, I will come back with the solution. And here we are, and let's start with the first right move, which is king f5 check from the bishop. So let's see a bit what's going on in the position. As we can see very fast, white is down in material because we are playing against a queen. We only have a rook, knight for the bishop. The pawns are one less. So basically, white wants to draw. So we instantly are looking for forcing moves. Besides king f5, of course, the king can go either ways, but looks very intuitive. We have also to see g5 check, but of course this doesn't work because the king simply moves away, and now we try to check again with the pawn, but the king goes to g6, and there's no more way white can force, and this is a lost position, of course. So the obvious first move, I think, is to go king f5 check. The king only has one good option, it is to go to g7, and now white to play. Maybe now a bit more difficult, but because we are in a forcing moves mode, we are going to see, of course, this brilliant sacrifice. We sacrifice the bishop. Of course, the king can't go to d8, or else it will be targeted by our rook in b8. So the king takes the bishop, and now white to play again. And now, yes, we can advance the pawn, g5. Notice that the pawn can take because it's pinned or at the moment. So the king needs to move away, and now we take back. And again, the same situation. If the king goes down, then I simply checkmate it. So not a good idea for black, so needs to come back. And now we don't have any more forced checks, so we need to find another solution. And rook b8, another brilliant move. Why? Well, the idea is if the black queen takes our rook, then, as you can see, our king has no squares to go, so everything is controlled. The king controls this one, the pawn controls this one, the queen over here, and so there's no way, and so we got a stalemate draw. So of course, maybe you have reached until here and you are okay, it's done, but it's not, because black has another resource. It's not forced to take the rook, and the best is to go knight f3. Okay, if black wants to keep playing, then we take the queen, but now black takes the pawn, check. Of course, the king has two options. Either way, it's going to be similar. If I go over here, I will play at the same a fork, but let's see on this side. So the fork happens anyway. And here is another critical moment, because if we take the pawn, well, this is simply losing, because black is going to take the rook, and now probably white thinking, okay, but I can stand with our pawn, but black will have fast a way to go, and then the king just gets this pawn. The knight is ready to sacrifice for the other one if needed, and in the end, black will have 3 pawns against one, which will be an easy win for black. So over here, white simply can take the pawn. And so the best is to go to f5. Why? Because now, of course, if black wants to progress, needs to take the rook. And last moment, we play h4. And see how beautiful this is. Now black only has one move, which is knight to g6, and suddenly it's white to play, but black king can't move again. So every square is covered, but it's not check, so stalemate draw in the end. As you can see, I think the critical point is over here. We can see that not only this move may happen, of course, but we also need to consider a surprising defensive one, and this is the key of this study for our practice. is to always find the best possibilities for the defense, because we normally are used to be in the winning side. So we are here playing for a draw, but of course we are always thinking from the white perspective. But if you turn the board around and you place yourself in the black pieces, now you are going to try to survive, and so you are going to start to consider other moves like this one, instead of just giving away the draw as easy. So I hope you have enjoyed this study. I think it's a very interesting one, and see you in future ones. Bye bye.